it came to pass in the days of Xerxes, this is Xerxes which reigned, from India even unto Ethiopia, over 127 provinces, that in those days, when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan the palace, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants. The power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces, being before him.
Who talk some of the queen,
Yes, your majesty.
and make sure that she wears her crown.
So yeah, being married to the king is hard.
You are so lucky, Queen Vashti.
Not really. The king gets so demanding.
Your majesty,
Yes, her talk, what is it?
the king is asking for you that you will come to the banquet that he made.
This is what I mean demanding. Her talk, you can go back and tell the king. I'm not going. I am not going to be a spectacle with all of that trouble. If the king wants to see me, let them come here.
Yes, your majesty.
Who talk, where is my wife?
Your majesty, she refuses to come. She said she is not going to be a spectacle with all of that trouble.
Trouble. The queen must pay.
Your Majesty,
Yes, Governor Haman, what is it?
let there be a decree. Have the queen be banished and have someone more beautiful than she is to take her place.
Governor Haman, you always have the best ideas. Put it in law and seal it with my signet ring.
All Persian wives must give honor to their husbands. And because the queen disobeyed the king, have her be banished, and have crown be given them to someone else. Sealed by the king.
Let all beautiful women who are unmarried be brought to the king's palace. Let the one who pleases the king becomes the queen. Hadassah.
Yes, cousin.
Hadassah, there has been a new decree.
What's new?
You have to go to the king's palace.
Why, cousin?
The king is looking for a new queen.
Okay, cousin.
Hadassah, I need you to promise me something.
What is it, cousin?
Promise me that you won't tell anyone that you're a Hebrew.
Okay, cousin.
You are no longer going to be called Hadassah. You're now gonna be called Esther.
Okay, cousin.
May God be with you, Esther.
What is your name?
Esther, her name is Esther.
Okay. Esther, come with me.
Okay, after a year. Esther was ready to meet the king.
What is your name?
Esther.
Esther. Your name is for the stars. Come closer. You're beautiful. You're not like the others, they like to throw on a show. You're perfect, Esther.
Thank you, your majesty.
Hathor, bring me the crown. I've made my selection.
Esther and King Xerxes got married. During the wedding feast, Mordecai was heading towards the palace where the banquet was. When he...
What's going on?
We promised already. Calm down then.
I know, but still does it have to be tonight? It's not every day we kill the king, Richard.
You kill the king, I stand guard as usual.
Why does it have to always be me?
Because the lot fell to you. The dagger is behind the bed near the window.
Okay, let's get this thing done.
What I have to tell Esther.
Mordecai tells Esther. Esther is very concerned about her husband. But she can't go in front of the king, so they call for Governor Haman.
Governor Haman, what is it?
The queen has sent me, your majesty.
What is her message? Esther, what is it?
You're to bodyguards. Van and Richard are planning to murder you during the celebration.
What, bring Van and Richard to me? And have them be hung on the gallows.
After these things did King Xerxes promote Haman the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, and advanced him, and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. And all the king's servants, that were in the king's gate, bowed, and reverenced Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, Why transgressest thou the king's commandment? Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman, to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone. For they had showed him the people of Mordecai, wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Xerxes, even the people of Mordecai. In the first month, that is, the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Xerxes they cast pour, that is, the lot, before Haman from day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is, the month Adar. The Jews would be destroyed. Haman went to the king.
Lord Haman, what is it?
I have some sad news, your majesty.
What is it?
There is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws, therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business, to bring it into the king's treasuries.
You take this ring, can you make sure that they're destroyed?
Now all of the king's enemies will be destroyed.
Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants, and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language. In the name of King Ahasuerus was it written, and sealed with the king's ring. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes, and put on sackcloth with ashes, and went out into the midst of the city, and cried with a loud and a bitter cry,
Lord, have mercy on us.
Mordecai. Talk, go find out why Mordecai is weeping.
Yes, your majesty. Are you Mordecai?
I am.
The queen is wondering why you are weeping.
She doesn't know. Tell the queen that she must go to the king and ask for the lives of your people.
But you do know that whoever goes to the king without being summoned is going to be killed.
Tell the queen. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed, and who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this?
Go, gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise. And so will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law, and if I perish, I perish.
May the Lord bless your faith, Esther.
3 days later. I have a request.
Come closer, Esther, my subjects. Bow to your queen. It's a light to me to see you, Esther. What is your request? It will give them to you up to half of my kingdom.
Will you please and Governor Haman come to a banquet I have prepared today?
What a wonderful idea, Esther. I'll go get Governor Haman right now.
At the banquet.
Esther, what is your request?
Will you please go to another banquet that I have prepared tomorrow?
Governor Haman, what do you say?
I see it's a wonderful idea. Why, hello there. Do you want to know something, Mordecai? I just came out of a banquet with the queen, and she invited me over again tomorrow night. I think she must like me. Why don't you like me, Mordecai? It's not that much to say that you honor me just a little, Bo. That's all. Is that so hard? If you bow down to me, then who knows, maybe I could do something for you and your people.
Arrogance is not fitting for a fool, Haman. Much less is lying fitting for a right-hand man. I will never bow to you.
Well, then maybe we could send your people to Hanging Town tonight.
That night King Xerxes could not sleep. He sent for his servant Hatork.
Hatork, I had another dream about that night.
Well, the scrolls clearly say.
I need to have the scrolls from that night.
Okay, your majesty.
Richard had an evil plot and vowed to kill the king, but Mordecai went to Esther. Mordecai saved my life.
Your majesty, I need to talk to you.
Wait, but first I need to tell you something. Do you know I need your ideas? There's a guy I really want to honor. What do you want me to do for him?
Maybe he could be dressed in one of your robes, and put of your crown be placed upon his head, and have them be paraded through the city on your horse. And have one of your highest officials saying, "This is the man who the king delight to honor."
That is perfect. Thank you, Haman. Do everything for Mordecai in the gate.
Okay, I will. Wait, what did you say?
Mordecai, do not miss a street.
Second banquet.
What is your request, Esther?
Your Majesty, if I found favor in your sight, then I want you to save my life.
Your life?
And a life for all of my people. For if my people and I had been sold as slaves, I would not have held my tongue, but the enemy was angry to think.
Who is he, and where is he who would ever think it is hard to do such a thing?
This wicked man Haman.
Is this true? The people who I gave you my ring to punish, who were they?
The Hebrews.
The Hebrews are not threat to me. You're the real threat. I need to be alone.
Please plead on my behalf and we will both be safe.
Would you assault the queen in the palace before my very eyes?
Your Majesty, Haman ordered that there would be gallows 75 feet high in his own house to hang Mordecai, the man who saved your life.
Test his neck with it, hang him on it.
Because Esther's courage the Hebrews were saved. She was made to be queen because of her beauty. But her courage saved her people.